Welcome back. I'm assuming Jim is not going number one.
Well, he was, but then he confided to me, and this is in confidence, so if I'm breaking any rules, I apologize. He said that he would have to make soon. I didn't think soon meant immediately, but I can only assume that it does.
Is this Coco by Black Caviar?
I believe so.
This is the song that has put Troy in new tits. That's what it's known as.
Breast reduction.
Is that right? Well, welcome back. Jim will be here at some point when he's done defecating, I would assume. But Bryan Johnson is here from the Comic Book Men. What's going on, man?
Not a lot. I can verify Jim was in the bathroom and he was about to do something. I walked out as he was walking in.
So was it one of the, Travis, you tell me, was it one of those moments where you went to the urinal and then probably finished at the urinal and went to the stall?
I'm assuming so because I finished at the urinal before him, and he said, all right, see you in a minute. And I haven't seen him since.
That's always very embarrassing. I never like to do. Wait, you know, I've got my own issues, but
you do.
When I never like to go to the urinal and then turn around and go into a stall. I'll go in the urinal, and if I realize this is a stall trip and I didn't realize, I will leave the bathroom. I will do a lap. I will come back into the bathroom and go into the stall. So that
nobody's there.
Well, if nobody's there, I'll do it. If nobody's in the bathroom, then I'll just go into the stall.
What if the same people are still in the bathroom when you go back in?
Then I'll just wash my hands and leave. I can't, yeah. Just like, oh, wash my hands again. Got to go for that second
like
wash.
Grandpa Simpson when he walks into the bordello?
Exactly. Put the hat on the hat rack, do the circle, hat comes right back on.
That sounds like next level bathroom stuff. Like I have something where if I go in and it's a stall visit in a public place, because I don't have stalls in my house, I don't know why I clarified that.
Sure.
But like I cannot, if somebody walks in, like it has to be completely empty because I don't want anyone hearing anything. I don't want anyone hearing any splashes or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, I can't go into a stall. If there's other people in stalls, that's fine. But if I can't have people see me go into a stall that I hear, maybe like,
you don't want them to see your shame.
I just don't want that. Yeah, no, I was about to say maybe at a movie theater or something, but no, even at a movie theater or something, nowhere do I want that to happen. So if I go in knowing it's time for a stall trip and I see a whole bunch of people are standing around, especially if they go like, oh, hey, man, I go, hey, just walk to the urinal.
You're really...
clench my cheeks.
You're concerned about what people think of you.
I guess so. I don't give a fuck, but I do.
You really do.
Right?
Well, like when you spilled the soda in at the Chick-fil-A parking lot.
That's exactly right.
You were too embarrassed to go get...
I didn't want to. Yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, because I was like, people will be in my business at that point.
Or if you fall asleep on the train, you've said that you won't make it look like... Let anybody know that you missed your stop.
Like if I miss my stop, yes, I will completely no-sell missing my stop and just get off at the next one and figure it out. Yeah, no, I don't want anybody to see me in a moment of weakness.
I would tell everyone that I missed my fucking spot. I missed my stop.
Tweeting it as you're driving.
Yeah, help.
Did you just use the urinal and then turn and use the stall?
I was pissing and I went, you know what? It's time to shit. I really did. I did double duty. I double dipped.
And you have no shame in that. That's what we were talking about.
No, I had to shit. What was I going to do? Not go?
Exactly.
I got to fly in a little while. I can't not shit.
It is strange because everyone's in that room for the exact same reason, yet you feel so self-conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the shit private, though. I'm weird. Like, I don't like the noises. I like a stall open next to me. It's almost like buying a seat next to you on a plane so no one sits there. I like my space.
Well, you like your space, and also, if someone else is in it, like, I don't know if the same holds for females, but guys, like, is there anything grosser than a dude like in the stall next to you?
Terrible.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Pounding it out.
It's terrible. Nothing hotter than when a woman does it, though.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to push that hard. If you're in a public restroom, you should have just waited. It'll come out eventually.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need to push that hard.
Rob does that all the time.
He pushes?
When he knows that I'm in there, he's extra loud.
Is that right, Rob?
Yes, that is true.
You're a disgusting person.
Yeah, well, you
Why do you do that?
You got to give the grunts.
Yeah.
You know, the
Rob's a big grunter.
Yeah. All right.
Do you know that it bothers Travis when you do that?
Yes.
And so you do that.
Absolutely.
If you see Travis go in, will you pick the stall next to him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, he's done that too.
Yep.
He has done that. And you know it's Rob from the high waters that you see under the stall wall?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's not shorts weather. This must be Rob.
Rob's clothes don't fit him that well.
Do you wear high waters? Like capris, practically?
No.
Not intentionally.
No.
Yeah.
He wears those like the gay real estate agents wear. They're fucking really tight and they stop right above the ankle. That's what Rob wears. Yeah.
You do wear high waters.
I do have some short pants. I have
This
short legs.
is a very short pant.
Yeah, I have short legs, so I kind of cuff them up a little bit.
How tall are you? 5'5"?
5'6".
Hmm.
Yeah.
But like on your save the date,
Yeah, that was a little too
Those
much
weren't.
cuff.
Those were not cuffed though. I feel like they were just pants that didn't fit.
I think they were a little small. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little small.
Because he was wearing khakis and high tops, but the khakis didn't come to the high top. You know what I mean? They were like really short.
They were above your high top shoes.
They might have been. I don't.
And it was just save the date. I was like, this is a photo with your ankle in it. I can see it all.
What are you gonna do?
That's terrible.
Well, that's why you wear long socks.
No.
No, you get pants that fit, man.
Yeah,
what are you,
fucking
like
Oliver Twist.
Yeah, like a Mexican gangbanger.
My pant size is like a 28, so it's never.
Look at you. You're a
made
thin
up.
waist guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. The
Good for
mayor
you.
of Twink City.
Oh, yeah, he is.
exactly.
A
So
waif.
Did you
He is a
notice?
waif.
Did you notice that pant thing when the save the dates got printed?
yes,
Did you say anything?
no.
Is it because your fiance was like, "This is the photo"?
Yeah, she kind of liked it. And then, my brother, texted me, check out short pants here. And,
But you didn't.
Do you
tell
have
her.
the picture? Can I see the picture? I have the save the date, but I don't.
You got to
remember.
look at it. It's the first thing I noticed.
I did. I don't remember the pants.
How old are you?
27.
Wow.
Looks great for
Young.
27.
Yeah, he looks
huh?
really young. Like I was like, you're getting married? Even 27, I think is too young to get married.
It
but-
is. Have
But
you
you've
ever
been-
been?
Oh no way.
I mean-
No, and at this point, no one would marry me. I'm at this right now. I'm from like the Anthony Cumia school of dating, where like everyone is a minimum of 20 years younger than me.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like any girl I date, it just looks like it's the final stage of the grooming process.
How long have you been with your girlfriend?
Well, the one before this one, it was like 12 years, and
Oh,
it
wow.
was bad. Like,
Why bad?
The whole 12 years was bad?
well, let's not get crazy. Probably like 11.
Okay,
We're
okay.
bad, yeah.
There was fighting. Too much fighting.
Fighting, and she was like kind of legit mentally unstable.
Mm.
But I had known her a while, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I can help her, to a point where like I sort of got gaslighted into believing that like, oh, I deserve this shit, and
Right.
it was pretty bad. And then finally last September, she was like, I'm out of here, which is like what I need, because I don't know why I'll suffer on end for years, but I need somebody to be like, fuck you, and then walk out. So
Right.
that's what
Did
she
you grieve her for a while? Did you try to get her back?
No. I was so happy. I gave
were
her a
done.
couple $1,000s to. I was like,
Oh,
"Here
you were
go."
done.
Yeah, I bought her a train ticket because she wanted to go to Oregon for whatever reason. I'm like, I don't care. You
Yeah.
want to go to the fucking moon?
Yeah.
Like Ralph Cramden, bang, zoom.
Yeah.
But you'd get her on that Richard Branson spaceship if that's where she wanted to go.
if that's what she wanted. Yeah.
Have you
and
talked to her since?
a few times, because she essentially like. I have this weird thing where I have a kid. She has Down syndrome, but it's not really my kid. She's my niece. It's my sister's kid, but she's lived with me for 6 or 7 years now. She's 12.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl I was dating was there the whole time, so she kind of like raised her.
Right.
So that was the other thing, was that I was very nervous that how Sage, my kid, was going to handle it when her mother figure like walked away. If I had known she would have handled it that well, I would have done it way
Yeah.
sooner than
Oh,
that.
you were kind of keeping it around for her. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know how she's going to react, or like she won't have her around. She's always been there, so it's sort of a weird.
That's the hard
thing.
part with kids. You got to think of like, all right, how are
yeah.
they going to feel about this other person not being here?
Yeah, and I did it for a long time because of that. And then when I saw how sort of like, it's not like she didn't miss her at all, but I guess she just didn't process.
She handled it. Yeah.
Yeah, she handled it like people handle shit.
Does this relationship that you're in now, did you go like, oh my God, people can be happy in relationships?
Well, saying I'm happy would be a little bit of a stretch.
Okay,
but
so-
like.
You're a bit of a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
other things, but I think it's one of those things where with a relationship right now, I'm just so suspicious of everything. Still, like I'm on high alert. Now this would have been like she left in September, and I've been seeing this girl since November, around there.
Okay, so the
And-
scars are still fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this girl who's only 24, I feel bad for because I'm like, I'm all fucked up.
Right.
And I tell her that,
Are you
but-
more than 10 years older than her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Attaboy.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah.
love when they say daddy and it works out mathematically?
She wouldn't tell me how old her dad was for the longest time, and then she's like, okay, fine, he's 55, and I'm 50. So-
That's awesome.
You're right there. Your peers.
And I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to be older. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I've never done that one either. I'm getting there though, but I've never been older than the parents yet.
You'll get there. Keep
Oh, I'm hoping.
keep those goals
Oh,
alive.
stick it in my mouth, pop, pop. Let me see a picture, Rob. Oh my God.
His pants don't fit, do they?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's an ill-fitting trouser.
It is. It is.
What a fool.
So you saw it right away. You knew you were going to get made fun of. But you knew Mama liked that photo, so
You got to do what you
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to just.
Side kiss. It's like a little Rockwell painting.
Yeah.
Boy
Where it was
with
in
short
Grand
pants.
Central.
yeah. Well, we know who
Was it?
wears we know who wears the pants in that relationship and who wears the capris.
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
How long have you been dating her?
5 years.
5 years.
That's a healthy, normal relationship. Drives me nuts. I don't get it.
I don't understand it
Age
either.
appropriate.
Yeah, at 5 years you kind of know, right? I mean, even though
Yeah,
he's
at least you think you do.
The
Right.
crazy ones are the best fucks, though. The problem is the ones like, you know what I mean? Like, I like my ass eaten. Normal girls aren't going to do that, but if
you'll
she's
have sex
fucking,
with a crazy girl.
that's the best
yeah.
kind.
Oh wow.
The best.
You know, if she puts her face in a pillow and cries about her past after we fuck, that was a great time.
I love. You know what I love about this topic? That Troy, like for everything.
Oh, Troy gets it. Of course.
But Troy is like, you know, if you guys want to talk to me, I'm here. If not, I'll sit in the cut, no problem. But you bring up crazy girls, and Troy's like, if I may interject.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck
it-
yes.
It is the truth.
Yeah.
Crazy girls are the most fun.
They are the most fun, man.
Yeah, and it's
Short
just
term.
short term, long
Short
term,
term.
long term.
Not
You pay
12
for
years.
it.
The great
Right.
dirty talkers.
Right. Right. Long term.
She, I do a podcast with my friend Walt, who's also on Comic Book Men, and my other friend Bryan Quinn, who's on Impractical Jokers, and we've done it for like 8 years. And a long time ago, we started playing this game called 1 True 3, which is essentially 2 truths and a lie. And my truth was, and it was with this girl, that one time we had sex and I held a loaded gun to the back of her head, like I was doing her from behind.
Oh my gosh.
And she knew. It's not like she turned
Yeah.
around and was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And another girl was like, when she heard that, she was like, I want you to do that to me. Like, I want you to hold a loaded gun to me. And I find that girls today are so much more open and forward with what they want.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, wasn't it just like, ooh, maybe I'll get over the bra? And like, that would have been a huge achievement. Now it's like first date, they're like, come on my face, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I hope they say that.
Gunplay.
If not, they're going to be like, what did you do that for?
So you're holding a loaded gun
Yeah.
to the back of a girl's head.
Well, this girl actually, the first time, it sounds
Bryan
kinda
Johnson, by
weird,
the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
when I say it out loud, but the first time I met her, I was probably like 20 and she was 6 or 7, which sounds
How long after this did this
Awful.
incident happen?
It was first week.
like 2 years later. No, we reconnected when she was 18, and
Okay.
I was probably 34 at the time, something like that. And we started dating, and it wasn't too long after that the gun came out. But it was just one of those things. Like, it was my grandfather's gun. He died, gave it to my grandmother, took it, and then my grandmother was afraid that my cousin, who was like on heroin, was going to steal it and sell it, so she gave it to me to hold. And it was just like this tiny little 22, or 38, one of the two, and we were having sex, and she was like, get that gun. She was like, where's that gun? And it was like in the bedside table, and she was like, hold it on me, and I said, all right.
But isn't it weird? Like, if they ask for something like that, like this, for her, was it the same fantasy because she had asked you to do it? She probably just wanted to see what that was like to look at.
Probably. Yeah, I think that she was probably also because she was young. She was like, hey, I want to try a bunch of different stuff. Now, I was in my 30s and it had never occurred to me because I didn't have a
Right.
gun up until recently to hold a gun on somebody.
But there is the fact that it has to be a loaded gun. Like, there is some danger in that, even if you know, like, he's not
Safety's
going
on.
to intentionally shoot me. Like, there is the fact that it's a loaded gun, accidents happen.
Yeah.
Right?
And it
Like,
doesn't
that's
even
where the
it didn't
danger-
have to be loaded. That's the other thing. But, like, I guess in order for it to work, like to truly work,
You have
there
to
has be
believe-
an element of danger there,
Right.
you know?
Right.
That would scare me fucking somebody if I had a gun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust myself to not drop it. Like that fucking cop dancing. The gun
Oh, my
falls.
God.
Like they go off sometimes. That would scare me too much. My dick would wilt.
No, did it go off when
What? It didn't take a gun to do that.
No, but I'd be trying to play with my nipples. The gun would be pointed up at me. Fucking shoot myself.
like just blow your nose off? What was that FBI guy? Did he pull the trigger? 'Cause
By
it-
mistake, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because normally I think they don't just like hit the ground and go
It
off.
fell and
No,
he went
he-
to grab it. He probably just grabbed it by the trigger, panicking so no one could get his gun. He's probably embarrassed.
It went off when he picked it up.
Here he is.
Right.
He's a good dancer. He's obviously winning some sort of contest.
Yeah,
There it
just
is.
whoop, backflip. There goes the gun. Whoop. Oh.
Oh man.
And he injured some guy's leg. I hope he doesn't get charged though. Like he just made a mistake. The guy's not dead.
Oh wait, we shouldn't try to destroy his livelihood, even though it had nothing to do with us.
Is seriously injured, huh? Oh, attorney. Oh boy, the FBI's getting sued. This guy's getting sued. Oh, maybe the guy's really hurt.
You kind of got to punish a guy for
Yeah,
his
but I don't want
gun
to see him
going off on the dance floor.
I know. I just don't want to see the guy fired or
I'm curious to know what the injury was, though. Like,
Shot in
I
the
don't
leg.
think.
Yeah, bullet in the leg.
But I mean, like, did it hit? Like, where did it hit? Did it shatter his kneecap? Was it just like a graze?
femur?
Yeah. Like, did it shatter his femur?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's an attorney, it's probably far worse than it actually was.
No, it struck the end. You just had it.
You saw that just popped up. I didn't.
The ad popped up. He didn't scroll to it.
Okay.
That one might not have been operated.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you scroll down, the ad pops up because they want you to subscribe.
Asked me to log in.
See?
Fuck you. Is that the Wall Street Journal?
No.
Denver Post. Fuck you.
See, because they want you to read a little
Go
bit
fuck
and go
yourself.
like,
Go
oh,
get
I
the
saw
story
it for a
somewhere
sec.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is funny, these newspapers.
You
They're like,
dummies.
if you want to read our story, you got to pay.
Just charge for the ads on your page, stupid.
Right. Same way newspapers work.
Tested for alcohol. I mean, you would assume he was drinking, right?
Not with moves like that. He was good. He had his dexterity about him.
Except when he was holding his gun.
Well, you know.
The only part that counted.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's really paying attention to his perfect backflip.
That was really good.
It was great.
The moves right before. He was having fun.
Did you...
It hit some vein in the guy's leg. So
Oh, shit.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good. I mean, yeah, getting shot in the leg, you can probably figure out a reason to sue for that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you're like, thank Christ it was my leg.
Right, not
A
your
little
dick.
bit higher, yeah, shot in the dick, like that kid that got the shark that bit his dick.
Yeah,
Oh
in
my
Brazil.
God.
Yeah.
Bit his fucking femur, and it got him from like the side, and it ripped his whole dick and femur off.
Oh.
My last words would be, do not save me.
Yeah, let me just bleed out.
You'd be like Lieutenant Dan yelling at Forrest with your dick left on the
Poor
field.
on the beach, he's fucking got his hand over his face. Yeah, the lifeguards were really brave to go in there and get him. He had his dick bitten off by a shark. I mean,
I saw somebody's comment. They're like, the only country where EMS workers don't wear shoes.
that was so fucking creepy. I've seen the footage. It's very upsetting.
Yeah, I've not seen
Very,
the footage,
very
nor
disturbing.
nor will I see the footage.
Why, you won't swim in shark-infested waters?
I wouldn't do it before.
All right, well, still.
Don't you prefer a pool? Just like
Yeah.
a pool. Yeah.
I never understand people's obsession to like be with the animals. Like there's one reason why we as humans have achieved what we've achieved and got to the top of the food chain, because we figured out how to build structures.
We crawled out of the primordial ooze for a fucking reason, because it sucks in there.
Right.
So why are we all going back and swimming in the ocean and rivers and ponds and lakes with leeches and all kinds of shit?
I don't get it either.
We figured out how to make tools. We made guns. We made buildings. We made cars. We made airplanes. That's where we belong.
Yeah. And boats, so you can ride over top of the water, but you don't have to go in it.
Exactly. That's why we don't fight deer. We shoot them.
Yeah, there's too much under there, man. Like, and there's all like every single organism in there is pissing, right? And shit.
Yeah.
So now you're swimming around in that.
Just piss and shit
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's a good point.
And they don't have
Yeah,
to
it's
breathe it
disgusting.
in because they don't breathe under there. So they don't care.
That's true. They're all pissing and shitting.
Yeah, and it's
All
not
over the place.
chlorinated.
Just
So
a bunch of whale logs.
Imagine how much whale shit is at the bottom.
Has anybody ever seen whale shit float by?
It probably doesn't float. It probably sinks.
I don't know
I
about
think
that.
it's that dense.
I think so.
No.
Depending
I
on
bet
what
you it
these
floats.
whales eat. They eat a lot of
whales
fish.
can float. Let's see. Oh
Yeah,
my
look at all that
God.
krill and shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just a horrible bowel movement.
Just like a brown
Oh my
powder.
God.
Well, yeah, because it also, the water just dilutes everything. So it probably wouldn't float, right? It would just kind of become.
It's all diarrhea.
It would just be diarrheaed into the water. Oh, all those.
Oh my God. Whales really shit.
They just diarrhea everywhere.
The water turned a deep red-brown color as the substance filled the water. Imagine having to swim through that.
Yeah, imagine getting crop dusted by a whale.
Oh, God. I thought it was just a fart. And it was... Oh,
That's awful. It looks like a photo of deep space.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it does.
smoke.
Yeah, big brown clouds. Big billowy brown
Big poop.
clouds.
Oh my
Do you
God.
think there's whales that are proud of their big duties like Jim?
I think so.
I wonder if they even notice.
Well, they don't have that much to live for. I mean, how much is going on under the water? You know, it's a boring existence.
You know, I probably all that's going on under the water is something trying to get me.
Yeah.
That's their whole life, is like looking over their shoulders. Something is going to try to eat me or bite me or whatever the
They're
fuck.
the only
like-
ones that kind of get away, like blue whales. No one fucks with them. Except people do, but I mean, other animals don't ever fuck with like a 100-foot blue whale.
Being a
That's a great
whale
way to
in the
live.
ocean or being a fish in the ocean is like being is like being like Tekashi 6ix9ine or a gangster rapper, where it's like at any moment my entire life is just, you know, I might be fucked. Like I might be killed at any moment.
Or you're at a club with a clumsy FBI guy.
Or that happens. Yeah. Wow. Did you guys hear the new nickname for our president?
No.
I went crazy for
I
it.
have not, because I get my news solely from this
Oh,
show
yes.
and Anthony Cumia's show. That's where I get all my
All right,
news.
so it may be slightly skewed.
Yes, I do like the nickname. Actually, I did hear.
Yes, Kellyanne Conway was on CNN, and she shared with the world her new nickname for the president. Yes, and I thought it was just brilliant.
And the problem with the President of the United States and the Commander of Chief expressing that opinion.
It's not the Commander of Chief, Commander-in-Chief, you dope.
No, she said Commander of Cheese.
No, but then she corrected it too. Commander of Cheese, and then she went, of Chief. It's not even right.
The of is wrong.
You're not a Commander of Chief.
He's a Commander of Cheese.
That would be McMurphy. He was a Commander of Chief.
Cheese!
Ooh.
Yeah, bad.
Yep.
Cheese!
Sure was.
Somewhere Mayor McCheese is like, that's my fucking deal.
Right, yeah. Mayor McCheese is pissed that Kellyanne Conway is giving. It's just such little kid stuff. Like, there's something in all of us that goes like, she said cheese.
You fucked up, stupid.
He's not the Commander of Cheese.
You're stupid.
Well, especially in today's world where people are so sanctimonious and judgy and holier than thou, like, so to watch anyone misstep.
Right.
You know, like the Me Too people, like the guys who are like up in your face about Me Too, and then it turns out they did something. You're just good.
Gotcha.
Like, fuck you.
You're not perfect.
We like watching people get burned. We like watching anybody get burned, even people that don't deserve it, but especially if we think they deserve it. It's fun to watch.
I just liked it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is something that people on all sides of the political spectrum can get behind. It's funny that Kellyanne Conway said Commander of Cheese.
It is.
Like, whether you voted for whoever you voted for, even if you didn't vote, everybody can be like, oh, imagine if the president was actually a Commander of Cheese.
Be a pretty cool position.
Yeah.
And you would think that whoever doesn't like Trump would probably like adopt it, right? There would be mugs and shirts now, like, because he's cheesy or whatever.
Right. And then all the people who do like Trump will be like, oh, you can't say that. We're cheeseheads. And they'd own it. And, just take it all way too seriously. Like, come on, guys.
I'm so glad I don't care about politics.
Everybody relax.
So
just stop it.
It's really fun to watch everybody get upset.
Over nothing. Over nothing. It's just cycles.
Do you think that that many people are upset? Because, like, the people I interact with in everyday life, they don't seem that worked up about the shit that you see on social media.
No, but, I don't know. You never know with people until the subject comes up. Like, everybody's fine, and then there's one guy in the group who, like, you bring up, like, isn't it funny she said cheese? And there's one person that goes like, "It's not
that's offensive.
Nothing that man is doing is funny, and he shouldn't be our president." And you're like, "Okay, I don't know what I stepped in here. I really shouldn't have brought it up at all." I thought the cheese thing, there's always I've encountered it a few times. Like, there's one person in the group that this is why we can't bring it up because he takes it way too seriously.
Way too seriously, ruins the fun.
Yeah,
I was in L.A. this past winter, and I did a live show with a couple, Mike and Ming from Comic Book Men, and I started talking about, my 12-year-old kid who has Down syndrome, who has not had a period yet. Now, as a guy who also has never had a period, to me, that's a fucking frightening proposition to be like, because I fuck with her constantly, so she doesn't believe anything I say. So if I'm like, one day, a bunch of blood, which, like, the slightest scratch, and she's, like, ready to go to the hospital, blood is just going to, like, pour forth like a fucking volcano from your vagina. Okay?
Right.
She'd be like, "What are you talking about?" and shut up. Like, she just wouldn't believe me. So I'm like, it's going to happen. And I'm just praying it happens in school, which I know is going to be like a carry moment for her. Like, plug it up. But if that saves me,
sure.
So you're right. You won't have to deal with it.
Right. So I was.
Although then you'll have to be the one that she goes, "Oh my God, this happened," and you're like, "Yup," and that's every month from now on.
Then I drag her by the hair to her prayer closet and chuck her in. But a lady came up to me afterwards, and she's like, "You shouldn't shame her for that." And I was like, she's not in the audience, right? Like, I'm just sort of joking around about something that actually, like, scares me. Like, I don't know what to do.
It's your story.
Yeah. Like, I went to Target because I have to get these. Go ahead.
Mike Cannon's here. You want to bring him in?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, because I want to know if he's had his period yet.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
He might tell me what to do. I went to Target, and I'm looking at the pads, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to buy. So I go back home, and I get my girlfriend, and I bring her to the aisle, and I'm like, what should I buy here? And she goes, "These are diapers." I'm looking at adult diapers, like, that's how little I know. I'm like, God damn it. But this lady was just like riding my ass about shaming her and all this other shit. And I'm like, dummy, you have no idea what you're talking about.
You're just joking.
Yeah, I'm joking around about something that.
And it's your
It's
kid.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
is your sister's daughter?
It's my sister's daughter, yeah.
Is your sister alive?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She just can't care for her.
Yeah, she went through some financial stuff, so yeah, I've had her for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like super close to her. It's like I never wanted a kid, never wanted to get married. Never got married.
Will
but
she
then
go
I
back
got
to your
the kid.
sister or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll probably hang with me.
Yeah, but that's like when people decide to make judgments based on your relationship, like with a kid, like with your kid.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you talking about? I wasn't talking about that, dude. I wasn't.
Hey.
Wasn't talking about that.
Everyone's making judgments.
Has Mike Hanna politely refused our invitation?
He's on his way.
Oh, okay.
We jumped the gun a little bit.
Incidentally,
Oh, I see.
yesterday's Uncle Paul with the feet straightening, I was like, that is
thank you.
next level darkness. I was like, that
bad.
is awesome. I loved it, man. I was like, holy shit, that was funny. I had lunch with E-Rock not too long, a few weeks ago.
Hope you didn't pay.
Yeah, that must have been an expensive endeavor.
Yeah, he's a healthy boy. He's robust. And I said to him, because I've been a fan of yours, Jim, for some time, and I said the textbook definition of irony is it taking Chip to make me realize what a genius Jim actually is. Like it is. I cannot tell you how much I love watching Chip. With my girl on YouTube. Like, because I used to just listen to it. And then somebody was like, no, you got to watch it. And I didn't even know there was a video. So I went back and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do. Hello, Mike.
How's it going?
Good, buddy.
I
Good to see you.
completely agree, by the way. I came in late, but yeah, it's one of my favorite things to
Oh,
watch.
thanks,
I fucking
man.
love it.
Thank you. You guys should
Yeah.
come on. I'd love to have you both on. I mean,
Hell yeah,
more than
anytime.
welcome. I'm always embarrassed to invite people on.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like,
Because you don't realize that everybody loves it.
it's humiliating.
Because it's so silly.
It's so stupid. And they got, like, we had Kendra in yesterday. Kendra Sunderland came on. She was good on it, but, or Joe Mackey came on. I'm like, but you got to tell them, like, I don't break character. And it's not like I think I'm Andy. I just don't. Right. It's too embarrassing to come in and out of it. But then they're like, look at you, like, you're Jim Norton. What the fuck you doing? I know you. I know you as you. Fucking shut up. It's like, ugh.
Brennan was really good on it.
I
Kevin.
love
Yeah.
Kevin is fucking great. He comes on, he's really funny because he enjoys it. Mark Norman's great.
Yeah.
Every comic
Nick
is like
was really, really good.
Nick, fucking DePaul. I texted him back. I'm like, dude, great job. Not a peep.
Nothing.
Fuck, I've gotten radio silence from Nick. Suck it, Chip.
He was probably a little annoyed he had to drive all the way into the city, and then he realizes what it is. But still, he was great.
Yeah,
There was one episode I didn't care for, and it was only because Ari was bullying Chip and calling him a piece of shit. And I was like, don't do that because Chip seems sad.
But that's the thing that you realize, that the audience is on Chip's side. Like, even when I go on and I'm like, Chip, I'm not playing along. I'm not wearing this hat. Like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here. People are like, why the fuck does Sam think he's better than Chip? Everybody relax.
Yeah, like I feel like I have an emotional bond with Chip. I'm like, fuck you, Ari. Leave him alone.
You're picking on the little guy. He can't help it. Means well. Loves his mother.
And the fact is, Chip as a character is a total unlikable scumbag.
He's hateable.
Yeah.
He does everything wrong. He's selfish. He's a narcissist. Oh, that's right.
But he makes... But he makes people feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
But it's also like one of those, it's almost like Eastbound and Down where it's hateable but likable at the same time. Like you can kind of identify with the worst attributes of his personality.
Yeah.
That's why I really like it because I'm like, oh, I have that kind of childish, like almost innocence to it, but then also you're selfish and out for yourself. I totally identify with that.
I think comics like it because the comedians that do, because it's almost like it's so much fun to reach for the worst joke. Like you're supposed to reach for it's the opposite of everything that we do, and it's kind of fun to reach for the because your mind works the same way.
Right.
You're still going through options, but instead of grabbing from the top, you're grabbing from the bottom. It's just more fun.
Yeah, which joke here is going to stop the room?
Yeah.
Even though I just stopped the room 3 minutes ago, which is I got to do it again. Like, they just pick up the pace. Like, that's my favorite. When, like, the room gets stopped and everybody else, like, picks up the pace and goes like, okay, we're back on track. And then, boom, right away again.
Watching Anthony get uncomfortable, like, there's times where he's literally like, oh, like, I can't. Like, because I'm looking at him and he'll stop making eye contact, which is so much fun. Like, he'll just kind of look down in a way like he's embarrassed. Then I know I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
When he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, there should be a thing where most of the room should not be having fun.
No.
Right? Like, if everybody is having a great time, then we're all, Chip has become a parody of
I love when
himself.
Sam is on it. I love Sam on it. I think you're great on it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, that makes one of us, man.
Yeah.
I drove from San Francisco to LA with my wife, and I made her listen to Chip a bunch, and she was like, she was furious, got it a little bit, but then like turn it off, and then she dropped something, was like, God damn it.
Yeah, my girlfriend last night texted me about Kate Spade, and I texted back because I feel like Chip, I don't know what this says about me, he makes you think differently about humor. Like you start to think of those bad jokes. And she was talking about Kate Spade, and I text back more like late Spade, and then a meme of Chip that says "fuck yeah." Like, it just brings so much joy to my life.
Thank you very much. That makes me very happy. Well, you're both welcome to come on. I would love to have Mike and
anytime,
Brian.
man.
Love to have you both.
Although, as a person who's, got a home and a family and this whole thing, nothing ruins my weekend more than a Sunday morning and I look up and Jess is drinking her coffee out of a cup that says, "Put a drink up in this mug." And I'm like, it's just everywhere.
Yeah, that's because she hates you and she doesn't know how to say it, so she just wants you to see that.
That's passive-aggressive
Yeah,
mug.
Yeah, passive-aggressive. Do you guys know each other, Brian and Mike?
I don't know.
No,
Nice
hey.
to meet you, man.
I don't.
Yeah.
This is Brian.
Yep.
This is Mike.
Very cool.
Our mothers were super creative with our names.
Yeah.
Well, you're BRY. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. My mom's like, I know how I'll set them apart from everyone.
When I was in high school, I wanted to change my name to JIMI.
Oh no.
I know.
Like a girl?
No, like Hendrix.
No, like Hendrix. Yeah.
Oh.
Girl.
Yeah. That's worse than me wanting to change my name. You have no idea.
I was almost Demetrius. It was between Michael and Demetrius.
Are you Greek?
No. No, like not even remotely close. I'm Irish and not even a pinch black. That's the only Demetrius.
Who wanted to name you Demetrius?
I think my dad. He had some bad ideas.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's a strong name, though. Like, oh my God, it's Mike Cannon. Like, I imagine you
Yeah.
on, like,
Mike Cannon.
Yeah, like a cop TV show in,
Yeah.
in the 80s.
there was, yeah, I think there was a show where
Cannon.
Cannon.
Yes,
yeah.
he was a big fat guy. Anthony always did a great impression, but he had a fucking phone in his car that was like, you literally lift it. It was like a home phone in his car. I think that was Cannon,
I'm
yeah.
gonna start pitching that as a reboot.
Speaking of Kate Spade, her husband
Yeah.
made a statement.
I was going to therapy the other day, and it's by that, and I see all these fucking reporters and cops outside of this Park Avenue. And then I looked it up, like, what the fuck? And that's probably where she
shit.
lived. Yeah,
Yeah.
she fucking. Anthony had such a funny joke about it. He tweeted it. Kate Spade's the only one who can make a scarf a choker. It's a fucking great joke. But she had mental illness, like for a long time, and she wouldn't get help. Like, it's really sad, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't get help. And it's like, you got. She was worried about her fucking brand. It's
And
like,
she
come
was
on.
just flooding it with booze, right?
He says no. Maybe it's to protect the daughter. Some people say yes. I don't know if she drank or not.
Well, at least one of them is interested in protecting the daughter.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
what
right.
a fucking shithole note that was.
It's really
Just
selfish.
when you figure out the context. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, ask your father.
She blamed the husband, right?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna curse you with a lifetime of regret.
Right.
And sadness.
I saw someone blame Trump for it, like the cut.
Good.
in
It's
mental
about
health.
time. It's about time we
He
get
cut
to
$1
what's
million
really going
the
on.
mental health budget. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
This
she-
woman
well,
had
she- the mental
insurance,
health
she
budget?
refused to go.
She didn't have the money. Kate Spade was worth $100 million. You fucking idiots.
Right.
She literally refused to go, and her sister said, "I'm not surprised by this." We tried to get her into treatment. She was ready to go. Her sister even said, "I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll stay with you. We could talk about our childhood." And she said she was packed and ready to go in the morning. They even flew in. The rehab people, the mental health people, flew in for her because she is who she is. And in the last minute, she backed out. It was her choice.
Yeah.
It's sad, but she made that choice.
He said that Kate suffered from depression and anxiety for many years. She was actively seeking help and working closely with doctors to treat her disease, one that takes far too many lives. We were in touch with her the night before, and she sounded happy. There was no indication and no warning that she would do this. It was a complete shock, and it clearly wasn't her. There were personal demons she was battling.
If she drank, you could see how that would happen at night. You're thinking about the ex moved out 6 months ago. And
Right,
you fucking,
Yeah.
I mean, also, isn't that kind of a common thing with people who commit suicide? Always the night before, they're kind of happy and they feel at peace, and it seems as though it's because they know death is on the horizon.
Sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, they're probably in a good mood because, like, finally the fucking lights shut off tomorrow.
Unless it's just one of those manic things where she went so manic
It can-
in the
yeah.
moment.
Right.
I guess it could be a rash decision too. I know that. Did you read that thing on Robin Williams? Because she became obsessed with Robin Williams'
Yes.
suicide. His last days, he was calling people and telling them like, "I love you so much." It was really sad.
Yeah.
He kept calling like this one person he knew and going like, "I love you guys. It's so much fun." I'm like, almost like he was making sure people knew he loved them and he was saying goodbye. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
I found
Yeah.
that the two things in life that, like, it doesn't matter what people say, it has no effect. Depression, and when I was addicted to painkillers. Like, there's nothing anyone could say that would be like, hey, stop taking these painkillers.
Right.
And when you're really depressed, there's nothing anyone could say like, chin up, boy, like, it'll be all right.
In
So how
fact,
did
that
you-
actually gets annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that actually just made me feel better though. Implied that I had a chin.
Right. Yeah. Forgot for a moment.
Yeah, there really is not. Sometimes somebody can. You know, sometimes somebody can kick you in the ass in a certain way and be logical, but like in a relationship, people going like, "Oh, well, at least you learn you can love." It's like, "Oh, fuck yourself." I know you mean well. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No platitudes, please.
Yeah.
So how did you get off of painkillers?
I went to rehab out in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Really expensive, like a celebrity, like rich person rehab.
Did you get to meet any celebrities while you were there?
I did. I'm not allowed to say his name, but I didn't know who he was at the time. I hadn't watched his show. His show had been on for like 20 years.
Rhymes with Barty Fang.
Yeah. Oh, I wish Artie was there. I would like to hang
What
out
year
with
did you
Artie.
go?
This would have been 6 years ago, I think.
Oh, cool. It was House.
Yeah.
Should throw out some celebrities. Hugh Laurie.
It was, but then the guy found out that I was on TV, and he became like consumed with me. He wanted me to move into his private little cabin and shit, and I'm like, I don't know.
Probably to talk about stuff, he probably related to you. Like, all right, we can at least understand the business.
Yeah, we both were on painkillers too, so that was the thing. What
But
a
so
fucking
what-
difficult thing.
That's
to
a
get
hard
off of.
one, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Which painkillers?
They were oxycodone.
Oh, my
I
God.
started because I didn't have health insurance at the time, and my knee was all fucked up from arthritis. So my doctor started giving me Percocet, and then he started giving me the oxycodone, and then somebody else was taking oxycodone for their back, but they didn't need it. So then I started taking that as well, and then I started spending like $2,000 a week on stuff outside of that. Like it was a lot. I was taking a lot.
Did it make you not shit?
Oh my god! I have a picture of. It looks like it's insane how big this is. I was probably on the toilet for, with no exaggeration, 8 to 9 hours, standing up, sitting down. Go get prune juice. Go get like anything. And finally, when I passed it, it was like, I know how Jim feels.
Wait, so you didn't? An enema wouldn't work?
Enema did. I gave my girlfriend at the time gave me an enema, which is not like
What a good egg.
Yeah, yeah. That was the
why
crazy
it
one.
didn't
So, like
laugh.
she did have some really great
Sure.
points about her, and it didn't work. And then I gave myself an enema, and that's when it finally worked. It was.
How did it feel to
disgusting.
finally shit?
Relief, like as if I found out I didn't have cancer. I would have rather had known I had cancer and I was going to die the next day than go through that fucking
8 to 9
constipation
hours.
shit.
Wow.
brutal.
Yeah, I
It
heard
was
Vicodin does that
insane.
to you. And a lot of painkillers fuck up your shitting.
Yeah. I've taken oxycodone before, like after a surgery or something like that, and I just couldn't get into it because it made me so nauseous. And also, I tried to fuck on it and was completely like just inept.
Oh, you're a
really?
limp?
Yeah,
That
I
happens
mean-
to me on water.
Yeah, it was the hottest girl I was having sex with in college too, and we were going for like a while, and I think we both were a little drunk too, because I looked down like I was like, oh, I'm killing it, and I wasn't even inside of her or remotely hard. Like, it was just
no.
this awful wet slug on the inner thigh, and I had to like try to literally like jimmy my dick next to
Yeah.
it and kind of prop it in.
That's
and
why they call
pretend
it
to
that.
fit- Yeah, come.
Yeah, I've done that, believe me. It's like when you gotta hold the pussy open and just kind of mush it in with 2 fingers, like you're pushing Play-Doh into something. It's fucking horrible.
Well, that's the other thing. Like the painkillers, like lower your testosterone, and plus I was fat, so it's just like same thing.
Yeah.
It's like in the event you can get a hard on.
It fucks with your dick, right?
doesn't- Oh, big time.
Can you?
yeah.
But if you lower testosterone, you can probably blow loads inside and not.
I didn't want to risk that, but yeah, if I got too low. But one time, this is disgusting. I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but it was like when I had just gotten back from rehab and I was still like, your head is still fucked up. You're on Suboxone, you're on all this other shit. And she was blowing me, and I accidentally pissed in her mouth. I don't think I've ever told anyone that before.
That's
I
great.
was so out of
Holy
it still,
shit.
yeah.
Did she get mad?
She was just like, wow. She's like, you just peed in my mouth. And I was like, did I? Like, I thought I was coming.
It's like when you go to the water fountain and it's way too much water pressure.
Oh, that's great. You pissed in her mouth. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
So was it just one rehab trip and then it did it?
Just the one rehab trip, and then I got the knee operation, and they put me back on painkillers. Which, of course, why wouldn't you do that and not monitor a guy
No,
with
yeah.
problems? So I was on them for a little while after that until the doctor cut me off. Then I took Suboxone for a while, which is equally as hard to get off of as painkillers.
How long were you on that?
Probably about 1.5 years until I was like, I just don't want to. Like, what motivated me was the doctor was such a pain in the ass. I had to go see him every 3 weeks, and it would be like 2 hours every time. So I was like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just started weaning myself down, and the part that you have to get to is so small you almost can't see it. And then after that, it's about a month of insomnia. My friend Jay Muse, who was on heroin for a while, he said that's what you're going to hate the most is the insomnia that comes after you get off everything.
Right.
And it was about a good month where you're like achy and you can't sleep and shit.
Yeah, and your mind is racing. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, and you're like, if I just took this shit, then this would go away. But you're like, can't do it.
Yeah, I guess that's what tricks you, right? Like I feel bad. I need to feel better. Like I just do this and I'll feel better.
Yeah. Try a melatonin. Guy who has no idea.
Yeah, couch sheep. A number of things.
Just warm up a glass of milk. It's the same thing.
It
really.
fucks me. That would make my throat all clogged. Yeah, terrible.
Dairy farts in bed.
Yeah. Yeah.